Good day, everybody. My name is Hessam Vali, and I'm the instructor for ISO course in Southwestern College Professional Studies. Um, I've been I've been in contact with you guys in the last couple of weeks through the Blackboard discussion board emails. But personally here, I want to thank you all for your great contribution into this course. So far, you've been doing a really good job, and keep up the good work. Today, in this direct instruction, which is the first direct instruction, I would like to talk about two keywords in quality world, QC and QA. The reason I picked this topic, it's because during some sessions, some discussion boards, and some questions that I've received so far, looks like probably just talking about it for a few minutes and making it clear what is QC and what is QA and what kind of differences you can see between these two terms. I think that's a good topic to talk about. To start the session, I would like to use the ISO definition, International Standard for Standard Organization. I would like to use that definition for both QC and QA. According to ISO, QC is the operational techniques and activities that are used to fulfill for quality. On the other side, QA is all those planned and systematic activities that an entity will fulfill, all those planned and systematic activities implemented to provide adequate confidence that an entity will fulfill requirements for quality. So just by looking at the definition, you can see that QC is more about activities after the fact, when the product has been built or manufactured, when the service has been provided to the customer. While the QA is more about developing processes while we are creating the product, or what we are manufacturing the product, or what we are developing the service for the end user. So one, QC is pretty much after the fact, and QA is before the fact, or while the process of value adding is happening. To make it a little bit more clear, I thought probably we can just bring some examples. So QC is more related to product and the service, while QA is more related to the process. QC is reactive to a found defect or deficiency, while QA is more proactive to eliminating the causes for the causes that might result in a defect. QC is more find the defect, so but QA is more prevent a defect. QC is more an inspection. When we're talking about QA, we are more talking about performing and conducting some audits. Audits is in the process, but inspection usually is at the end. QC is more testing, QA is more process development, designing a standard works, designing work instructions, stuff like that are being used to create the product or service. QC is more kind of checkpoint review, and QA is more related to training, making sure that people or the processes who are creating the product are competent to eliminate any defect. So based on all these classifications, it's somehow obvious that when we are talking about QC, when you're talking about a cost associated to QC, we are talking about the cost of poor quality, because it's, again, after the fact, reactive. While we are talking about QA, we are talking about cost of good quality, because we are trying to eliminate any defect from happening. So this week when we talked about cost of quality, so I want you to think about it. All right, what is the cost of poor quality and what is the cost of bad quality? And in a couple posts this week, I just provided some good links that you guys can just review to learn more about cost of poor quality and cost of good quality if you're interested in. So as a kind of debriefing. QC is the activities that we are putting in place after the fact to make sure that defects are being caught, and eventually customers are being protected. While the QA is what we put in place while we are creating a product or while we are creating a service or developing a service. So based on this definition, what you guys can do is just think about your organization and think about everything that and the first week we talk about QMS and what kind of QMS, quality management systems, you guys have in place and the organization that you're working. So this can be a good practice to think about them. And based on the definition of QC and QA, just try to categorize those quality programs and processes to QC and QA, and see your organization is more a kind of reactive organization or a kind of proactive organization. I think it was just a pretty quick direct instruction, but I hope that it's been helpful for you guys. It's long weekend, so be safe and enjoy your wonderful long weekend. As always, if you have any question, you can just send me an email, or you can ask your questions in class question board. All right, thank you very much, and have a nice Memorial weekend.